It was the moment she prayed for.
It was like the most amazing feeling. It was kind of like I could just breathe.
But could hardly imagine.
Then I could just like exhale.
These never-before-seen photos capture Cyntoia Brown-Long's first moments of freedom.
I've sat with people in situations like this, except the difference is they were exonerated. They had been wrongfully convicted. That's not your story.
No, it's not.
Here.
I'm still a convicted murderer per the law.
I won't disappoint you.
Yet to her supporters, she is looked on as a victim, too.
It's been like really smooth.
At age 16, Cyntoia shot and killed a man who had picked her up one night. Just weeks earlier, she says she had been forced into prostitution by another man.
I was just so wore down, so beat down. Like over the past 2 weeks, I had been raped by different men, you know.
In fact, she was being trafficked for sex.
I thought, this is my boyfriend. I'm in a relationship. I'm his Bonnie. He's my Clyde. And this is just what I'm doing. I'm playing a role in a relationship.
You didn't see yourself as a victim?
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't. And, you know, for years, when someone would say, oh, well, you were taken advantage of by all these adult men, I was like, no, I wasn't taken advantage of. I made that choice.
In 2004, Cyntoia went home with her victim, a stranger named Johnny Allen, a decision that would leave him dead and her sentenced to life.
In the book you wrote, everything that happened at his house plays in my memory like a movie out of order. I remember a cabinet full of guns and fearing for my life. Do you think much about what transpired there and how it went down?
Yeah, I think about it a lot. I think back on the past few weeks, the previous weeks, and always feeling like, you know, violence was around the corner, always feeling like I had to defend myself, expecting, you know, for men to be violent towards me.
If not him, it could have been any other man that night.
She earned 2 college degrees in prison and learned the true nature of sex trafficking, which she now shares.
I wish that someone had told me their story. I wish that someone had told me that it was happening. I wish that someone had told me how to prevent it from happening to me, and that's why I'm here. Because I think it's important that all of you know what happened with me so you can prevent it from happening to yourselves.
A celebrity-driven campaign for clemency brought attention to her case, but also potential risk.
Suddenly, people like Kim Kardashian are tweeting about you and raising this issue of clemency. Was there a part of you that was afraid of the attention, that maybe it could backfire?
I was. So, like, I was so nervous. And then I was like, I don't want the governor to think that, like, I've done this, like, to try to kind of, like, you know, push his hand. Like, that could backfire.
Looking at your experience, we may get a glimpse at the experience of those still inside.
Right, absolutely. You know, I often say, like, there's nothing special about me. I can't tell you how many Cyntoia Browns still in prison. And the woman who helped me get to this point, they're still in prison for 51 years and up with ridiculous sentences. And they don't have hope right now. The system strips them of any personhood, of any voice, and I feel like in seeing me, like, you're able to see them because they're just like me.
Cyntoia was freed in August, 7 months after her sentence was commuted. Her victim's family saying, we feel like the judicial system has failed again for victims everywhere.
No matter how this ended, you still killed a person. The fact that you were seen as a victim, does that make Johnny Allen any less of a victim?
No, it doesn't. I can't sit here and say that I feel that I'm deserving of compassion and then sit here and say at the same time, don't have any compassion for this person. No, he is a victim, you know.
In prison, Cyntoia also found love.
So this is your courtship.
Marrying Jamie Long.
I believe the more that your story gets heard, the more people will start praying for your freedom.
A man whose letters touched her.
It's kind of the way it went down.
Yeah.
Exactly the way it went.
Cyntoia Brown-Long starting over, knowing redemption is earned.
I know that there are people looking at me saying, okay, well, what's this girl gonna do? And is she really changed? And so I feel like it's an honor to actually be a picture of what rehabilitation looks like, of what it looks like when we do give people a second chance.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.